What's good, good people? Soul Brother number one coming back at you from a galaxy far, far away. Today we're going to take a look at one of the most celebrated cinematic villains of all time, the chosen one himself, Darth Vader. And this time we're going to be taking a look at not one, but two. We're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader, and the Return of the Jedi 40th Anniversary, Darth Vader. Now, Darth Vader is one of my favorite villains of all time, not just cinematic villains, but in other fiction as well, as far as novels and comic books. And I think you have to give credit to the expanded universe for furthering Vader's reputation as just being the badass that he is, because in the beginning, we just had those three movies, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, to where Vader could show off just how powerful he was, which wasn't a lot, but it was still good. But when you got into the expanded universe, specifically the comics, and then later on the Disney Plus shows, specifically Obi-Wan, where he's fighting Third Sister, I believe, where he was just dismissing her like she was an afterthought. And of course, that famous hallway scene in Rogue One, where it was just showing a peak Vader at the peak of his powers. Those scenes, I think, deserve major credit for furthering the legend of Darth Vader. And oh yeah, one of my favorite things about Darth Vader is James Earl Jones. That voice, every time if I'm reading, that's how Darth Vader sounds to me. And he don't never sound different. Kind of like when I read Batman, I read him in Kevin Conroy's voice. Vader is James Earl Jones, voice-wise. That's just it. That's how he sounds. But other than that, okay, let's get started. First, we're going to take a look at the Black Series Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader. First, as we always do, we take a look at the accessories. It doesn't come with much. The only thing he comes with his lightsaber. But that's all Vader needs to come with. And as in all Black Series lightsabers, the blade does come off. And it's a good likeness of that lightsaber. And it has a clip on the end where it stores, if you move the cape back, there is a hook on Vader's belt. You can see right there, you can store the lightsaber on his belt if you don't want to display him wielding the lightsaber. Stores just like that. So take a look at the articulation on him. The head goes 360. I'm not going to go 360 because you can do 360, but then the cape gets all, tangled. It don't get tangled. It can move up under there. And when you do the 360, it shifts it more than I want to fix it. So can get 360 on that. The arm goes 360. No bicep cut. Single jointed elbows. And the wrist, it's not on a hinge, but it does swivel. Leg kicks out about that far. Doesn't go back, it just goes out to the side like that. We do have the thigh cut. The double jointed knees. No boot cut, but you got the ankle pivot. And you have a little ankle rocker. Not on this one you don't have an ankle rocker, just the ankle pivot. But let me just say, as far as detail and the look of these Black Series Darth Vader figures, I think they're top notch. Far superior to the original Kenner figures, in my opinion. If you like that, they were cool for the time when it came out, but these, I think these Vaders are just next level. Soft goods, always prefer soft goods are tricky, but with Vader, they did the cape soft goods work on him. Cape just right, and that soft good fabric that he has in between the belt and under the shoulder harness, straight fire. The detail on the chest plate and the belt, we have different colors on there. superb outing, superb representation of Darth Vader from the Black Series, The Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader. Now we want to take a look at the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader. And these are essentially the same figure, but with just a few minor differences. First, I don't know if you can see if it comes up, but the eyes on here are brown instead of on this one, they're black. I don't know if you can see that in the light, but you got the brown lenses on that, on the Return of the Jedi Vader, and the black lenses on the Empire Strikes Back Vader. Another thing with the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary Vader is that his helmet can come off, and the hood attaches from the faceplate, so you can recreate that the end scene after he's been beaten by Luke Skywalker, and Luke Skywalker takes off his mask so he can see his face. Y'all familiar with it? The detail on the head, top notch. You got the scars. Face, good representation of Anakin Skywalker, and the face, it moves independently of the bottom part of that mask. I think that was a pretty good detail they put in there, where you can move that independently. And you also have the 360 on that too. Another difference is his forearm can come off to simulate the scene where he gets his hand chopped off. Now it comes with, this piece comes off, and it comes with a forearm piece that displays a chopped off hand. But unfortunately, Soul Brother has misplaced his. I don't know what I did with it, but you get the idea. You can display him with the chopped off hand. Other than that, the differences, the only other difference between this figure and the Empire Strikes Back figure is on the chest plate, although the colors are the same. On the, well, not exactly, because you have red here on the Empire Strikes Back Vader, but they aren't painted on the Return of the Jedi and figure. And it looks to be like some writing above the red displays on the Empire Strikes Back Vader, and none on the Empire Return of the Jedi Vader. And another difference is on his belt. It's pretty much the same, except the only difference is on this one, that dot right there is red, that button is red, and over here, where that's silver, that's red on the Empire Strikes Back Vader. You still have the hook where you can display his lightsaber on the Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader. Other than, but yeah, those are, this is basically pretty much the same figure, same body, with the exception of the head and those little minor differences I showed you. And that was my review of the Black Series Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader and the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi Darth Vader. Again, one of cinema's most celebrated and notorious villains. One of my favorite villains. And also, there's a Black Series in the past has received a lot of negativity. Certainly, I have about 5 or 6 Black Series figures. All of mine, I don't have any problem with mine, which is why I always tell you, don't rely on anybody else's word. If you see a figure you like, you get it, have your own experience and see if you like it, because the Black Series figures I have, especially these Vaders, they're top notch to me. They top notch. And remember, funk is its own reward. Y'all be easy.